Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first, what did I call this show? Jmac Play Some Games in quite some time. Um, Glad to be here and joining me, just like the last Jmac Play Some Games. Hello, everybody. Welcome to. I hear some feedback first from myself. What did I call this show? Jmac Play Some. There we go. I've closed my YouTube window. Did I mention it's been more than a year, and I forgot how all technology works, which is why I can only play games that are developed in the mode of 1978. Joining me here is my good pal, Doug Orleans. How are you, Doug?
I'm great.
Are you ready to play some text adventures?
Sure, yes.
Okay. Last time we played Final Exam, which was pretty great, and so you can find that on this channel. I think we got almost to the end, or we did get to an ending, but it wasn't the optimal ending, something like that. This game, I have no idea what's going on. So this game we're going to play tonight, it is called. I have the IFDB page loaded up here. It is The Little Match Girl by Hans Christian Andersen by Ryan Veeder. We have not played any games by Mr. Veeder on my little stream yet. I've actually been on his own show that he co-hosts with Jenny Polodna about playing his and other people's interactive fiction games called Clash of the Type-Ins. I don't know that he's made one of those in a while, but I encourage you to look at those. Jenny, of course, a prolific streamer in her own right, playing all kinds of adventure games. All names that you should track down on your own time. Various obscure and wonderful YouTube personalities and friends. I have been a fan of Ryan's work for a long time. That's no secret. And in 2021, he made this game. And the only thing I know about it is that it is not what it may appear on the surface, which is very much in his milieu. And he has already written 3 or 4 sequels to it, which tells you something right there about what's going on. So I think without further ado, there'll be a little bit more ado, actually. So I had prepared, I thought we'd be playing this on a traditional Inform interpreter, because this is, Ryan makes his games using the Inform development language, which is, lets you make games in the vein of old school Zorkish Infocom games. But in this case, there was a news item here on this IFDB page that says a Vorpal version, which is available on itch, which is very pretty. So we're going to play that instead. And here it is. And I'm going to press Run Game. Anything I forgot, Doug, before we dive in?
One thing I noticed is that this was released on New Year's Eve of 2021, so I don't know. There used to be, a while ago, but probably before 2021, there was a competition that ran every New Year's Eve. So I don't think this was for that, but there might have been some other reason to release it at the end of the year.
Yeah, I don't know if this was with the jam. I mean, often if something is, it appears here. I was mentioning to Doug earlier, I have sized this window so you cannot see the tags for spoiler avoidance reasons. I have gone ahead and spoiled myself a little bit, but I haven't actually read any of the text. So good to know. Let's dive in, shall we?
Let's.
Title screen, a touching short story by Hans Christian Andersen. The Little Match Girl series of games, hyperlink, is rated T for teen. I don't know if Ryan's actually passed that by the ESRB. Let's assume he has. He probably has. That sounds like a thing. All right. We didn't talk about who's going to read what. I'm just going to start reading, and yeah, we'll just do that.
Yeah, feel free.
Okay. It was dreadfully cold. It snowed and was getting quite dark, for it was evening. Yes, the last evening of the year. Well, there's your theme. Amid the cold and the darkness, a little girl with bare head and naked feet was roaming through the streets. It is true she had on a pair of slippers when she left home, but that was not of much use, for they were very large slippers. So large indeed that they had hitherto been used by her mother. Besides, the little creature lost them as she hurried across the street, to avoid two carriages that were driving at a fearful rate. One of the slippers was not to be found, and the other was pounced upon by a boy who ran away with it, saying that it would serve for a cradle when he should have children of his own. So the little girl went along with her bare little feet that were red and blue with cold. She carried a number of matches in her hand. Nobody had bought anything of her the whole livelong day, and nobody had given her a penny. She crept along, shivering with cold and hunger, a perfect picture of misery. Poor little thing. Press any key to continue. So this is when I say, if folks in the chat, we are broadcasting live on YouTube. If you happen to be following along on YouTube, you can feel free to suggest inputs into the chat. Otherwise, Doug and I are just going to play this. I vote that we press any key to continue.
Oh, which key are you going to press?
I press spacebar. Is that okay? Were you going to do something else? I can restart.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
All right, thank you. And now we see the miracle of Vorpal as we get multiple text sizes. It's okay. Hans Christian Andersen presents The Little Match Girl, a touching short story by Hans Christian Andersen, which I'm going to pronounce in every possible way. In Form 7, version 10.0.2-Vorpal version 4.0.1. I hit spacebar again. I'm just going to keep doing that. Corner. Name of room. She now sat down, cowering in a corner formed by two houses, one of which projected beyond the other. She had drawn her little feet under her, but she felt colder than ever. Yet she dared not return home, for she had not sold a match and could not bring back a penny. Her father would certainly beat her, and it was cold enough at home besides, for they had only the roof above them, and the wind came howling through it. Through the largest holes had been stopped with straw and rags. Her little hands were nearly frozen with cold. Alas! A single match might do her some good if she might only draw one out and rub it against the wall and warm her fingers.
Cold.
It is cold. Jason in the chat, not me, Jason, asks if we're all familiar with the original non-interactive version of the story. Like, I've only... I don't think I've sat and read the text. I am sure I have seen perhaps animated dramatizations of it. So...
Yeah, I don't think I had ever heard of it. I think the only one that I remember, if it is, I don't even know if it's his, was it the boy who sticks his finger in the dike?
I do not think that this is the story at all.
No, but is that Hans Christian Andersen?
Oh, I don't know.
If it is, I think it's the only one I know of his.
And I don't know if the story is more complicated than what you just said from that one particular one.
We'll find out.
Yeah, that's a kind of minimal one. Well, now we have a text prompt, so we can do anything in the world. The game is clearly nudging us towards doing these exact things that it suggests. Or we could do nothing and just wait. Or we could try walking around. Do you want to do some typical starting a new parser IF and look at ourselves and all that good stuff?
Well, yeah. Are we the girl? Is this third person?
Well, I'm going to say X me, which is... perhaps I could have typed look at me or look at girl, but I am just going to be very traditional and type X me, which is short for examine me, which tells you more about the player character in hyper abbreviated parser dialect.
Well, there's a tip on the left side that says that too.
Oh, how about that? All right. Examine me. The snowflakes covered her long flaxen hair, which hung in pretty curls around her throat, but she heeded them not. So we continue to be in third person, even though we are saying, I want to talk in first person, and the game is in third person. And that's how this is going to work, apparently.
Yeah, could you have said X-girl or X-her or something? Yeah, okay. So we don't have to use first person or second person.
We don't. You know what? I only learned about the pronouns command yesterday. I'm sure I knew about it at one point, but I've been reading the excellent playthrough on the IFTIF forums of Jigsaw, Graham Nelson's game, and someone threw that in because the pronouns are getting very hairy about working with animals and people, and the game is confused. This game is not sweating it at all. No pronouns for anybody. That's not what we're here for. So,
Yep.
yes. So apparently we can refer to the player character as the girl or me, and the game is cool with that.
Cool.
Take inventory. We are carrying 4 unburnt matches. Let's have a look at those. It was a plain match, which her father had thought would sell for good money on the street on New Year's Eve. What if we can, like, refer to the father? Okay. Father is not here.
No.
Nope. Father is unimplemented.
What is here? Anything?
The little girl was alone in the corner between 2 houses, and the wind slashed at her little face, and her feet burned with cold, and she was slowly freezing to death. That is where we are.
Can we shiver? No.
No, I think that's being done for us.
No wonder she's cold. Yeah.
I'm just going to be put off the inevitable here by trying by poke. So maybe we do not need to poke at all the seams
No.
in this
Do
game.
Do you like to sit to look at about, or do you like to wait?
Oh, I didn't try that. I'm not going to try to do Ryan's voice. Hi, this is Ryan Veeder, your host. The Little Match Girl by Hans Christian Andersen was originally written in 2019 as an exclusive game for my Patreon program at patreon.com/rcveeder. Now it is available to everyone, including you. Okay, have fun.
Yeah, full disclosure, I have been a Patreon of Ryan's for a while.
Same. I think that's how I vaguely knew about this. But I have not. This is my finally sitting down and playing it. Well, I think the 2 things that occur to me are, look at the houses. The wall was very rough, so as to be the perfect thing to strike a match upon.
Ah. Okay.
So I think we can either strike a match or wait and die. I believe those are the 2 forks of opportunity I see ahead of us.
Can we stand up and walk somewhere?
Let's try to walk somewhere. North, the traditional, I have nowhere to go. I have no idea where to walk. IF direction. There was nowhere for her to go, for she certainly could not go home. Also, she was clearly just seconds away from freezing to death, regardless.
Wow. Well, it was interesting that when we did think, she said a little prayer.
She did. If we do a formal prayer? No, she just.
No, that's just synonyms. Prayer's not answered.
Okay.
Wow.
God has abandoned us in this game. I'm gonna strike a match.
Okay.
No, you seem hesitant.
We don't have. Wait. Oh wait, we do have matches, right?
Yeah, we
Sorry.
do. We have 4 unburned matches because nobody bought them. That's the whole point.
Oh yeah. No, obviously it's strike a match.
Yeah. I want to wait because I did try this a little bit and I got this far. So if you wait, you could time passed. An inevitable death crept closer, and if you do it again, inevitable death crept even closer. Okay, this is too scary. I'm going to strike a match. Is that okay? We good with this?
Technically approaching it, or does it actually?
Are you asking if we can look at death?
Yeah, I don't. Okay. No. Boy, this game is so under-implemented.
It's so under-implemented. Okay, I'm doing the thing. Strike match. At last, she drew an out. Whoosh! How it shed sparks and how it burned. It gave out a warm, bright flame like a little candle as she held her hands over it. Truly, it was a wonderful little light. It really seemed to the little girl as if she were in... I'm going to hit spacebar. Paris, France!
Oh.
Riverside. I'm also not going to do the accent. A rainy night and Paris is unusually quiet, or perhaps you can't hear it over the sound of rushing water. A storm sewer empties into the Seine here, beneath the... Oh boy, I can't say these words. Dennis, help me out. No, you're only in text. K. DeBilly. Sorry, everybody. Sorry, France. The Eiffel Tower looms to the southwest, glowing like gold under the clouds. From the narrow walkway where you stand, there seems to be nowhere to go but northeast into the storm tunnel.
Oh, now it's second person.
Now it's second person. Well spotted.
Are we actually the girl? It's not cold. It's just rainy.
You are the same little girl with the same flaxen curls, but you are like a ghost.
Like ghost or like a ghost?
Oh, are you saying like you are like a ghost? Is that what you meant?
Are we literally a ghost or like literally a ghost?
It just says you were like a ghost. We're reading the same text, man. That's all I got. Dennis,
What?
hence chi to be. I probably just mangle it even worse. I should just stop while I'm ahead.
What background color is that?
Looks pink. Looks coral, perhaps.
Okay.
How's it look to you? Is it like gold?
Yeah, kind of salmonish.
Yeah, salmonish. Can we fly because we're a ghost? Nope. Okay. Kai to be. Okay, fine. Oh yeah, that works. Kai to be. I'm speaking French, everybody. I'm doing it. We got here. Thanks, Dennis. Denis, if you will. Let's look at the river. Check it out. Check out the scenery. The river is high and fast tonight. The city is full of light as always, but the rain has put a damper on its customary hustle and bustle. Check out La Tour. It seems that the tower sees everything in the city, but does it care enough to notice you? And we are not carrying anything, by the way.
Oh, we didn't keep our matches in ghost form, I guess.
No, we did not keep our matches in ghost form, now that we are immaterial. Let's go over to the only thing we can go to, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, northeast into the storm tunnel. Let's look at the tunnel before we disappear into it. The walkway is probably safe, but the water flowing is fast enough to make you nervous. I'm not nervous. Sewer tunnel. Cowabunga. Your walkway follows the path of the subterranean river east to southwest. A break in the northwest wall connects this sewer to a smaller tunnel. This is a text adventure game, so you can get away with doing stupid, dangerous stuff, but in real life, you should never explore a storm sewer when it's raining. For a second, you think you hear music coming from deeper in the tunnels.
Uh-oh. Is this Vorpal? Are we going to actually hear the music?
I'm not prepared for that. I don't have that set up as an audio source, because this is a text adventure game, and I didn't set up OBS for that. Okay. I'd be surprised, actually. That would be kind of that would be not very. It'd be unusual. It'd be unusual for this author to put in multimedia. I think. Anyway, what do we got? So we just came from the northeast. And there's a break in the wall. And we can go east. So we can either go east, follow the tunnel, or walk through a break in the wall, which I assume means literally like a crack or something like that.
I think it's an actual tunnel.
Okay. Oh, okay. Connects the sewer to a smaller tunnel. Yes, that would be intentional.
Do you think we're just like the girl and like 6 months older or something? Like, is this? I'm confused about what exactly is going on. It's not winter anymore.
It's not winter anymore. We are in second person, and yes, and we you are like a ghost, and we are not carrying anything, and that's all we have.
And we're still a girl.
We're still the girl. Literally the same little girl.
We're not a woman yet.
We are not a woman. We could be a woman who identifies as the same little girl. Perhaps this is her internal monologue. Maybe she's 40 years old now.
Could be.
But we don't. This if so, this has not been explicitly presented to us.
Okay.
So we can apparently the main directions are. I guess we can go back to where we came from. We could continue along the main drag, which I kind of want to do before we go down the nooks and crannies. Yeah, go east.
Go down the river.
We're going.
Opera?
Darkness. It is pitch dark, and you can't see a thing. The sound of water is deafening. Well, this is when it would be nice to have a match.
Yeah.
Want to listen. You can hear nothing but crashing water. Now I just want to stupidly blunder around because that's what you do when you're in darkness. You can't go that way. All right, this is scary, so I'm backing off. I'm already predicting that maybe we get more matches, and that gives us the ability. We regain our match ability and perhaps can go through the darkness. Oh, thank goodness. Backing up brought us back into the sewer tunnel. I'm going to go northwest. Darkness. It is pitch dark, and you can't see a thing. The world flickers around you. You must be on the verge of waking up. The faint tones of a violin trickle through the air. Okay, so if we listen, violin music echoes through the tunnel. You can feel cold snow burning your feet. Soon you'll wake up. The faint tones of a violin trickle through the air.
Okay. What if we light match? Strike match.
You
Nope.
can't see that, so nope.
No dream match.
No dream matches, but we do appear to be in a dream. I wonder if we can just stumble around. If we can follow violin. No. Nope. None of that. You have to wake up eventually. I refuse. I think it's time to wake up. All right, shall we wake up?
Gonna make us do it, I guess. Yeah.
I'll just do it.
Wait, who is I? Who thinks it's time to wake up?
That's a good question,
Parser.
but I've already typed it. You blink and the world seems to melt before your eyes. Corner. And she was slowly freezing to death. And now we have the first match and then 3 unburnt matches. So I think so far this is adhering to the story as I recognize it.
New Year's Eve again, yeah.
Yeah.
So, did the match put us to sleep?
What appeared to happen was that we lit a match and then went into a fantasy of being in Paris and exploring a bit before the cold reality brought us back.
Oh, not in Paris. No.
Well, we are in Paris now. Riverside is a rainy night, and Paris isn't usually quiet. Blah blah. Oh wait, no, that was from before. That was back when we were pink. Now we are back to white.
Did we start in Paris? I have already forgotten.
I too have forgotten. Can we just look? No, we're just at a corner of
Unclear.
Of unclear. Exactly.
Because it did make a point of telling us in large type that we were in Paris, France.
Yes, that was very large type. It was shocking.
So maybe we didn't.
If we look at the first match, it's a little burnt, but it might easily burn again. Oh. Really? Can I try that?
Try it.
I'm going to try it. The little girl's fingers found the first match again, and she scraped it against the wall. She kept on scraping it against the wall until it burst into flame again, and she once again found herself in Paris, France.
Huh.
Okay, so you can revisit. You can revisit places.
Okay.
And now I have to see if Wake just warps you back.
Yep. Came to her senses.
Okay, so I think we can. I think we have portals.
Yeah.
Shall we try another then?
Now you're playing with matches.
Now we're playing. Now you're playing with matches. Now you're thinking with matches. I'm gonna strike the second one. I assume second is. Oh, come on, come on. All right. I guess it's not the second match until you strike it.
Right.
She rubbed another match against the wall. It gave a light, And where it shone upon the wall, the ladder became as transparent as a veil, and she could see into. So pay attention. She's literally seeing a vision through the transparent wall. Dennis tells us, by the way, that no CD was provided at the start of the game.
Okay.
The Undersea Kingdom of Atlantis. Bedroom. A tall art. I'm sure that. Okay, I think we've now diverged from Andersen, by the way. Correct me if I'm wrong. Bedroom. A tall arched window looks out on a sky of Caribbean blue and bathes the room in shimmering light. Across from the canopied bed stands an ornate vanity, and an archway opens on atop of a spiral staircase. So if we look at ourselves, we are again like a ghost.
How are we undersea? Or are we?
It literally says undersea in giant letters right now. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, but then it says we can look out the window to look on the sky.
It would appear to be the case.
Yeah. Okay.
There's nothing here to swim in.
Yeah, I don't know if we're undersea.
Maybe it's pre-undersea. Maybe they just adopted that name.
Or above the undersea.
Examine vanity. You can see the bed and the archway reflected in the mirror, but you cannot see your own reflection, for you are like a ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Good ghost.
Good ghost. Can you open the vanity? No, it's not. It's not openable. Oh, it's the sky that is blue, not the sea. Examine sky. You lean out the window and look over the city of Atlantis, its coral spires glittering like jewels. An octopus peeks in at you, but scurries away once it sees you looking back.
Oh, the sky of Caribbean blue is actually...
Oh, yes, okay. Does a fish know what water is?
Right.
Probably this won't work. That's, yes, the octopus is scenery. That's cute.
Huh. Well, it's scurried away. Cool. So Atlantis exists.
Atlantis exists. We've proven it. And if you look out the window repeatedly, you will see different neighbors. You'll see a toothy shark darts by, flashing a hideous grin. An angelfish floats by lazily, staring past you at nothing. A school of sardines swims past the window in an awful hurry. And that is our random messages.
Okay.
Checking out more stuff in the room. This surely must be the bed of a princess. And the archway is hewn from mother of pearl.
Did you do me?
I did, and it was the same as in Paris.
Are we the princess? Maybe not.
But you get onto the canopy bed. So I therefore declare we are the princess. If it's the bed of a princess and we get onto it, it did not reject us.
Sure.
But
did we look under bed?
No, we didn't. I wanted to jump on the bed. But you're already on it. Okay, fine. You find nothing of interest. Shall we go downstairs?
Is there a mirror in the vanity? Did we look in the mirror?
We did, but we cannot see ourselves.
Okay. Sorry, I have such a short memory, apparently. Okay.
Well, it's because you were like a ghost.
Yes.
That would be why. This room, after examining stairs, this room must be at the top of a tower, a taller tower than any of those you can see out the window. We are in the grandest tower. I'm gonna head on down the stairs. A long stairway stretches through the great palace of Atlantis. Keep going. Gallery. At the bottom of the staircase is a cathedraline statuary hall. That's a good word. Lined with busts of dignitaries, the gallery leads north to an even grander chamber. Examine the busts. They depict generous and attractive patrons of the arts, arranged in chronological order of their patronage. This one is a bust of Simon Carlos. Do you get the joke? I was predicting what was going to happen even as I was reading it.
Nope.
Um,
Oops.
Simon Carlos. If I said he is a friend of the Interactive Fiction Technology Foundation, and one of that nonprofit's donors as well. I think I can say that. I think he's on our donor page. I think that this is going to be Ryan's donors.
Are these Patreons?
You know Johanna. You recognize Johanna. So this is going to be our friends. There's
Wow.
Ryan's wife.
Wow.
Jenny Poludna, whose name I mentioned earlier.
Wow.
I have to keep doing this until I get to ourselves. I'm sorry. Good old Carolyn.
Yeah.
One of my co-founders. Yay! There we go. We did it. We won.
Yep.
See, this is a victory condition as far as I know. Do you want to see if you're in here somewhere?
Up to you.
We can keep going. We can do this. Okay, we got it. We did it, everybody. I don't know if we want to sit here and do a full credit roll. Let's just keep going.
You can go to his Patreon page if you want to see the full list, and maybe become one of them.
Yeah, you should. If you want more small, strange text adventures, you know to whom to donate now.
Can Vorpal games like connect to the internet? Like, would it if someone became a Patreon and then immediately played the game, would they show up?
I don't know that that's a Vorpal feature per se.
Yeah.
Like, did Ryan make his fishing game, which is internet aware in Vorpal? I don't know. Anyway, we have exhausted. We have solved the mystery of why this room is here. So I say we keep going.
Yes. We're your best.
Throne room. You stand in the throne room of Poseidon, Lord of Merfolk, King of Atlantis. He looks down at you from his coral throne, and a shadow falls over his statuesque features. He raises his mighty trident and bellows, "What is your business here, landwalker?"
Wow.
Oh, so much for your princess theory.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. You lower your head meekly. "I beg your majesty's pardon. My father ordered me out into the street, into the freezing night of New Year's Eve, to sell matches. I was so desperate for warmth that I struck a match, and beholding its radiance, I fell into a dream. When I woke, I struck another match and fell into another dream, the dream I'm dreaming now. When I awake again, I shall return to the cold street and the night of New Year's Eve, to strike another match and seek warmth in a new dream, or else to freeze and die."
Wow.
The shadow passes from Poseidon's brow. "Little girl," he says tenderly, "I myself have 2 daughters whom I adore. To think of them selling matches and freezing to death on New Year's Eve, it wrings my weary old heart. Daughters, come here." 2 mermaids appear, swimming towards either side of the coral throne. "These are my daughters, the princesses of Atlantis," Poseidon says. "Fair Ariane and dark Oinoia. Daughters, did you hear this little girl tell of her plight?" "We did, father," the mermaids reply. "Then if there is any capacity for love in your hearts, love this little girl as your own sister. Let her feel at home in Atlantis. Let her feel like a princess." "Yes, father," they say, and then they wriggle their tails and swim up to embrace you. "Little girl," they coo. "Little girl, you must come with us." "Come to my room and see my collection," Oinoia says, tugging at what? Unoia. 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 Tugging at your arm. "No, come to my room and see my collection," Irene whines, tugging at your other arm. "Daughters," the voice of Poseidon rumbles, and the mermaids release you. We'll let you decide whose collection to look at first," they say, and they depart. Unoia to the southwest and Irene to the northeast.
So I guess we're not a ghost if they can see us and hug us.
We are only like a ghost.
Yeah. We have no reflection.
Well, I mean, maybe mermaids and ghosts are just tight. They're just mutually interactable. So why you don't see any Atlanteans around? Because they're also like ghosts. I don't know.
Yep.
So we have a choice.
Uh,
Which one is the whinier one?
do they
Irene.
have distinguish them besides their names?
Um, one of them was dark. Oh, one's fair and one is dark. That's all we got.
There.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
and one was whinier, but they both seem kind of insistent.
Yep. I mean, eunoia is a word, but I don't remember what it means. I don't know what Irene is, if that's also a word. So I have no
Check out Poseidon.
preference.
The king of Atlantis is huge and muscular. His piscine tail is coiled on a throne of brilliant coral. His right hand carries a mighty silver trident, the emblem of his august office. Can we talk to Poseidon? Can we just do text adventure-y things? Yes, we can. He asks King Poseidon about his life. We want for nothing in Atlantis, he says proudly. No one goes hungry. No one freezes to death in the street. And so we turn towards more philosophical pursuits. We quest for truth and for beauty. He looks down at his trident. I taught my daughters to seek beauty, but their ideas of beauty are odd. They amass strange collections. I worry that. He shakes his head. I pursue beauty myself. Works of art, literature, music, sculpture. Oh, in the next room is my collection of busts, he says, waving towards the south. Please, inspect it for as long as you wish.
Yeah, we did that.
I want to just keep talking to him, and he says the exact same things. Ask King about daughters. Wouldn't you rather show something to Poseidon, or heck, maybe just talk to Poseidon? Okay. All right. We're not just gonna jaw with him.
Okay.
He just wants to make sure we saw the credits.
Yep.
I've already forgotten who's who, so I'm just gonna go to the northeast.
Yep.
Sound good?
Yep.
Irene's chamber. Irene swims around you excitedly as you enter. Oh, little girl, what fun we shall have! She zips across the room and triumphantly presents her collection. Every wall of her room is lined with racks of bottles. Check her out first. Irene's hair swirls around her sillfish. Did I say that right? Sillfish. Sillfish. She's like a sillfish. Her sillfish body in a storm of golden curls. You hope someday to have hair as long as hers if you survive long enough. The world flickers around you. You must be on the verge of waking up. No, I haven't looked at her bottles yet. Rack upon rack of glass bottles stretching to the ceiling. I have bottles of everything. Brandy, medicine, juice, sand, coins. Sometimes a landwalker will seal a message in a bottle. Irene smiles absent-mindedly. I've been meaning to organize them somehow. Well, when I have time. You can feel cold snow burning your feet. Soon you'll wake up. Talk to her. You ask Irene about her collection. When we were little girls, Unoya and I both collected everything we found, she explains, but we started to fight over the bottles. Father was distressed. He so hates to see his daughters quarrel. So a deal was struck. I get the bottles, and she gets everything else. You have to wake up eventually. I just realized Little Mermaid is also Andersen, right?
Oh,
Boom, boom.
could be.
I think so. Can we get a bottle? That's not for you to carry around. Okay. I wonder if we can run quickly and check out the other mermaid before we run out of time, if we're kicked out. Unoya's chamber. Unoya reclines on a pile of cushions in a giant clam. Surrounding the princess is her collection. Tarnished silverware, coins, bells, boots, old uniforms, rusty swords, splintered planks, torn sails, and a wooden statue of a winged horse. I remembered about The Little Mermaid because this bit is kind of reminding me of the Disney cartoon, which had the eponymous character enjoyed collecting human stuff.
Yeah, sorry to say I've never seen that, actually.
It's worth seeing once.
Yeah.
It holds up.
There's a new live-action version of it. But
There is a new live action version of it. I have not had the pleasure at this time.
I think it's gotten bad reviews. But
Oh, that's too bad. Oh, we're just not up on our pronouns, eh? Unoya embraces you for as long as you can stand. Little girl, we are sisters now. What shall we do as sisters? Nothing springs to mind. Look at
we're
my
like,
stuff, isn't it neat? Sings Dennis.
yeah. And so coins, maybe examine.
Peering about the room, you see more tokens tucked away, bleached white shapes from which you quickly turn your gaze. Ooh,
Creepy.
that sounds ominous.
Yeah.
Sounds like bones.
I mean, our goal, if we have any, is to like get money for our dad.
Maybe.
Because there's supposed to be matches for money.
Well, I think my prediction for how this is going to go is we burn through all of our matches and explore
Yeah.
the breadth of the area available to us, and then make connections.
Yeah.
And the game is poking us that it's time to wake up.
Right.
So yes, what we have learned is that Unoya has lots of junk, and including bones that we do not like to look at.
No bomb.
I don't know if this is going to work now.
Do you think they're bones? I didn't get that.
I think they're bones.
Bleached shapes. Okay.
Yeah, they're totally bones.
Okay.
Haha. All right,
They're
let's get out of here.
Yep.
It's time to wake up. Here we are, back here. I'm just gonna strike the next match.
Sure.
Do you want to try something else before we do that?
Nope.
All right.
Go for it.
She rubbed a third match against the wall. Now she beheld that she was in, oh my goodness, Oguriyama, Yamagata Prefecture, Japan. Outside, a wooden hillside. It's very late. A rustic cabin is here. A faint path leads northwest. To the east is a shed. The village below is full of light and activity, and you can see only slivers of it through the trees. You are the same little girl with the same flaxen curls, but you're like a ghost. A bell tolls somewhere in the village, and the ground seems to resonate in response.
Rings a
Listen
bell.
carefully. People are partying down there. It's New Year's. It's New Year's everywhere, perhaps. Rustic cabin. There's a flickering light inside. Let's just go in there. Inside, a man sits at a kotatsu writing by candlelight. That is a small mat, if I understand correctly. A sliding door in the back wall stands slightly ajar. The man waves you in. "Happy New Year," he says with a faint smile. "We decided to skip the festival. My wife isn't feeling well and I have work to do." He looks down at his writing and grimaces. Then he remembers he has a guest. "My name is Yasushi. Make yourself at home, little girl." The bell rings again and your bones vibrate. 47, Yasushi mutters. Then he explains, "Down at the temple, they ring the bell 108 times, 107 while it's still the old year, and once on the stroke of midnight, or just after, I forget. It's a very old practice." He shakes his head. "But my wife can't sleep."
Okay. So less than halfway.
You can't read Yasushi's writing, but the calligraphy itself is arresting in its gracefulness.
What is a kotatsu? Do you know?
Dennis just said what it is. It is a heated table with a blanket built in. Our heroine would probably like to have one. It's a good clue. Let's see if we can have a look at that. The game describes it as a table with a futon draped over it to help keep you warm. Can we sit with him? There's nothing to sit on.
Take the food. or ask for the futon. I mean, wait, futon is draped over it.
Oh, get on Kotatsu worked. You sit across. See, I think sit probably should have worked, but it didn't. Anyway, carrying on. You sit across from Yasushi and push your legs under the Kotatsu. It is very pleasantly warm. Yasushi smiles at you briefly before returning to his work. The bell rings again. 48.
Okay.
Well, talking to people seems like it has dividends in this game. Yasushi sighs. I'm writing this poem. I'm supposed to finish it before midnight. The new year is supposed to be a fresh start. To let something bleed across the border, it's not auspicious, so I'd better keep working. You have to wake up eventually.
So, can't help but think of 108 as the number of minutes between button presses in the hatch and Lost.
You may be onto something.
That can't be relevant here, but that's what it makes me think of.
We'll stick a pin in that for now.
Maybe that was a reference to this story. I don't, it could be.
Is 107 or 108 auspicious number in Japanese culture? I do not know.
Oh.
We haven't checked out the village yet. So we've collected now that we know that the two mermaids, I'm just taking notes here, one mermaid collects bottles, one mermaid collects other junk and bones. This guy can't think of a way, he's having trouble finishing his poem.
Oh. Yes. Let something bleed across the border.
Yeah, well, he can't he needs the poem. He wants to, finish he wants to start the new year with a clean start and not have an unfinished project, rather.
Oh.
Right?
Just like I'm writing this game before midnight.
Aha.
Maybe.
Speaking of bleeding across borders. Dennis and Jason simultaneously in the chat say that, yes, 108 is a auspicious number in Buddhism and probably in Lost because there was a certain amount of appropriation going on in the show.
Fair enough. Not a coincidence.
Yeah, okay. A sliding door in the back wall stands slightly ajar, by the way. The paper door is slid open just far enough for a little girl to pass through. Well, let's do that. Bedroom. A woman lies in a low bed staring at the ceiling. Then she turns to look at you. Little girl, she says, what do you do when your head hurts so much you can't sleep? I cry, you reply. I tried that. It didn't work. She looks back at the ceiling. My name's Kazue, she says. It's a pleasure to meet you, you say. You can feel cold snow burning at your feet. Soon you'll wake up. So far, the game has not forced us to wake up. It's just reminding us that exit is following us around.
Sure. So do we need to get some aspirin somewhere else or something?
Yeah. So I'm the definite thing I'm getting so far is that every character wants a thing, and we're just meeting them all so far.
What did the king want?
I'm not sure. He wanted. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it suggested we should want to show him something, but
that's right. Yeah.
Actually, say that yet.
Nope. So I typed talk to Kazue. Kazue sighs. The ringing, she groans. Over and over, it never stops. So loud. She squeezes her head. I can't. The world flickers around you.
The end of the night.
Yeah, just hold on, lady.
End of the year.
Okay, so she wants the bells to stop. Or aspirin or something. Yeah, we don't have anything. We have nothing. 50.
Another timer.
Oh no. I was thinking exactly what Dennis was thinking, and that we can follow the path down. It's too dark to see any path down the hill.
Northwest.
Oh. Pond, thank you. Good eye. two moons, a stoic moon sitting in the sky and a drunken moon dancing on the surface of the pond. A faint path leads southeast. The world flickers around you. Interesting.
Nice.
Okay, you can't refer to... Whoops.
We swim.
Do you mean the stoic moon? The drunken moon? He seems a little judgmental.
Ah.
And if we look at the drunken one... He keeps laughing, but he's forgotten what was so funny.
Hmm.
Not very talkative.
So.
Also not very talkative.
Okay. Busy laughing.
Beneath the surface of the pond, a koi glistens silver in the moonlight. That is a kind of fish.
Virgo.
The fish is not big, and it is not ugly. Two fine qualities for fish.
Sure.
Excuse me? It's not for you to carry around. Not talkative. I don't know what else we can do with the koi, other than just admire it.
Was there a fishing line in the pile of junk?
Good question. I guess we know how to go back there.
Yeah. Do we want to look at the shed?
Oh ho ho ho.
Don't.
Verb. Implemented verb.
Yes.
Okay. Can we get the moon? No.
Don't have a mooning pole.
Yeah. I wonder if we can get the water. Okay, and I don't think there's any way to go except back southeast. The shed and the cabin are two different buildings.
Yeah, to the east.
This is complicated. The cow greets you with a low grunt, and the hen stirs.
Okay.
Her eye glistens. The bell rings again.
Okay.
At the hen, it's a dark, still shape. Let's mess with the animals.
Creepy.
I don't suppose the hen would care for that. I thought maybe there'd be an egg. I don't know.
Sure.
Cow's awake, but the hen is asleep.
Stirred in its sleep.
Yeah. Can we wake up the hen? What?
Nope.
What?
It seemed to be asleep, but it was not.
Oh, the hen is like a ghost.
It's
Oh, well.
like
We're prodding again at the edges of reality. What is awake and asleep? What is a cow?
do we need to help him finish his poem? Like, do we have to suggest a rhyme or something?
Well, yeah, we've seen many things.
It's like Don music and can't think of a rhyme.
Yep. So the two things you can do to people are talk to them or show them things. That is clearly all that we can do.
And we don't have anything.
No, we don't have anything yet. Can
we look at the poem?
Say again?
Can we look at the poem?
It is arresting in its gracefulness. We cannot read Japanese.
Okay.
We can speak it well enough in our ghost state, but we cannot read it.
Guess, yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Sure.
Good trope.
I mean, we don't know if maybe we started and maybe we are Japanese.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I can't operate on this man. He's my son. He's my Japanese poet.
Poseidon.
He's my Poseidon.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's try the fourth match.
Let's try the fourth match, yeah. Go right to it. Fourth and final. I have a good feeling about this one. She again rubbed a match upon the wall, and it was again light all round, and in the brightness she realized that she had arrived in... Any guesses?
Russia?
I'm going to go, okay, Russia. I'm going to go with Mars. Any guesses in the chat? We'll see. They're typing. I can tell.
Egypt?
Cuervo, New Mexico, USA. Desert. Yellow grass
No.
and red earth. Well, it's kind of Martian. I'm going to give myself half credit on that one. Yellow grass and red earth extend in all directions, baking under a relentless sun. The air is sweltering. Oh, too real. Nope, not NYC, but you get half credit too, Dennis. The sky is the color of cigarette smoke. There is so much sky. There's a shape on the southeast horizon. It's going to be aliens. It's a UFO. Here and there is a white cloud. But this is...
I think Mexico existed when Hans Christian Andersen was writing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He died in 1875.
New Mexico, man, I could not tell you my American history to tell you if New Mexico existed in 1875 or not. Not that he wrote this story on the year of his death, so. Presumably. The cloud inches slowly away from you if you examine it. No, do not get closer to the white cloud, little girl. Close enough already. Still like a ghost. It's a nice color.
There's a shape on the southeast horizon.
I suppose.
See the shape?
You mustn't look at the sun, little match girl. Okay.
Oh.
That's fun. I like that. It might be a building.
Okay.
Walk towards it. The air is swaying and trembling in the heat. The shape to the southeast looks like it might wink out of existence. A rusted can lies in the pink dirt. Yes?
But it led us to this beautiful rusted can.
It did. Maybe it used to hold corn or beans or green beans or pineapple chunks. It won't hold anything again. It's rusted right through. Heck yeah. We have our first inventory item. We made it. We have it. And I know who wants a rusted can. Right? I think I know what's going on. I think we are in red paperclip mode. You know what I mean?
Oh,
The legend of the red paperclip. I think it all starts with a rusted can that we're going to give to a mopey mermaid. It's going to go from there. Dennis, meanwhile, says New Mexico was admitted to the Union in 1912, but it was a territory in 1850, and so Nuevo Mexico since 1598. So, anyway.
Yeah, it wouldn't be part of the USA.
No.
Well, it's a territory, I guess. Yeah, whatever.
All right. Rusted can. I'm excited. Shall we keep walking towards the maybe building?
Yeah, sure. Why do you think the mermaid wants the can? Just because it's not a bottle?
There was the mermaid who collected bottles, and then the mermaid who collected trash and bones. And we now have a piece of landwalker trash that I think she will be excited about.
Oh, I see. Okay.
As she calls them.
She's an archaeologist.
Yes, she's an anthropologist, in fact.
Yeah, right. That's what I meant.
Desert. The thing in the southeast is a low, flat building. I'm telling you, man, it's a UFO. It's not far now. A crow leaps out of the grass, shrieking, and you emit a startled yelp. Animal. The crow flaps around for a bit, letting loose a few disgruntled caws, and it flies away.
Bye, crow.
Bye, crow. Bye. I'm just going to keep on trudging. Parking lot. A patch of cracked asphalt between the desert and the highway. A single gas pump. Oh, now we have the artwork for the cover art. Here we are. We've arrived for the game. A single gas pump sticks out of the blacktop. Do you remember?
Yeah, I
cover
can
art.
still...
There it is. I've already forgotten. We have arrived. We have arrived at the cover art.
Purple Mountain Majesty.
Single gas pump sticks out of the blacktop. The white walls of the building have been painted dingy brown by decades of dusty wind. The glass doors hang open. A wrecked car rusts in the shadow of the convenience store. Oh, this is getting post-apocalyptic looking. Gonna be zombies. I'm scared.
Not from the urgency.
Let's check out the dangerous card. It's a 1993 Ford Escort. License number, none. Color, rust. You hear something mewling under the car. Oh
Oh,
no. Two bright eyes, a little brown cat staring at you warily. Okay, I bet we can't reach under and just grab the cat, if I know anything about cars. I bet that cat wants that fish. The cat wants the fish. I can already tell you.
the fish from
The koi, remember?
Oh, the koi,
Yeah, I'm drawing connections. I think I see where this is going.
not the shark and the octopus.
No, do not give the shark to the cat. I think that would not go in the direction that you would hope for. I wonder if you can get into the car.
Ford Escort. No free ads.
Dave, what? Just autocorrected to Dave. Okay.
There's autocorrect. Is that your browser? Or is
It's
that
my browser. Yeah, it's
not
Mac
full?
OS. Yeah. Dave car. All right, we cannot drive the 1993 Ford Escort. So we have a cat here, and we need to rescue the cat by luring it out from under the car. We can go inside. There's a gas pump here. A yellowed piece of paper is affixed to the pump with a piece of disintegrating tape. It says, out of order. Can we get the paper? No.
Yeah. No. It's not for you.
No, it's not for you. Is pump a verb? No. Okay. Well.
Side. In.
Convenience store. It's not that much cooler in here. The shelves are bare. The only goods for sale are up at the counter, where a scruffy man stands, chewing on a toothpick. Near the counter is a door to the restroom. I wasn't expecting to see a person here.
Oh, I thought this was deserted.
Yeah. He has boyish eyes and only a stubbly beard, but he's too old to be a young man. His name tag says Nash. The out-of-order gas pump is pretty great.
Up to Nash.
Hello, sir. Hello, little girl. You need anything in particular? You shake your head.
Quarter.
What did you say?
Do you have a quarter?
Do you want to ask him?
No. I'm just thinking of the Shigur scene in No Country for Old Men.
I have not seen that movie or read
That
the
was
book. But now I'm going to use our new power to show things to people, now that we have a thing.
Sure.
Nash clicks his tongue at the rusty can. Don't believe there's anything I can do about that, little girl. I do apologize.
No can do.
No can do. Well, it says there's goods on the counter. On the counter, well, see, it should have been goods, Ryan, and whatever. On the counter are some packs of cigarettes, some energy drinks, and a statue of a naked pirate. Oh, my. I think, does Triton want that? I think he does. I bet he likes the naked pirate. Oh, my goodness. Okay, examine statue. A woman in a bare minimum of pirate garb leans saucily on a cutlass, smirking into the middle distance. She used to belong to my grandpa, Nash sighs. He won her in a chess tournament back in college, and when he died, Grandma said I ought to have it. But me and Yvette are moving in together now, and Yvette just don't esteem much for whatever reason. Says I gotta get rid of her. But heck, little girl, I can't just toss her in the trash. He pets the statue tenderly. Little girl, can you do old Nash a favor? Can you take her off my hands? Take her somewhere she'll be appreciated, like Grandpa appreciated her. Of course, sir, you say, and you pull the heavy statue off the counter.
Okay.
Now we have two things. I thought we would have to trade everything up, but now we have. It's my theory has already been dashed. Yeah. That we have a non-unitary number of inventory items. Amazing.
Yeah, free cycle.
From her hat and boots, it's clear that she's a pirate, but that's all that she's wearing.
Oh.
She's got a cutlass.
She's leaning saucily on a cutlass.
Well, the other stuff at the counter to check out. You pick a random bottle and look over the ingredients. Guarna? That's all you get. Okay.
All I get.
The cigarettes carry a lot of different brands here. Albertans, Longleafs, Waldos, Smoothies, Straighties, Roxy Lisas, Black Chains, Intisimas, East Sides, White Sticks, Sassies, Damocleses, Snowbirds, Fortunatos, and Fortunato Reds.
Okay.
I want Black Chains. Okay.
Nope.
All right.
We're not old enough to buy cigarettes.
Nash greets you with a smile. Did you find a good place for that old pirate lass yet, little girl? I'm afraid
Please.
not, sir. Heck, little girl, call me Nash.
So, can we carry things between dreams?
I
Hope so.
I really hope so. Shall we find out?
Sure.
Let's do it. Nothing special. We're just back here. And, uh-oh. Well, but maybe you have to be like a ghost for that to work?
Yeah, maybe it's.
I'm going right back into Atlantis, because that's, I think, where these things go.
Yep.
Thank goodness.
Yep.
And we're right back where we woke up. Okay, so we're in... right, so she has all the junk shut stuff.
Okay.
Show can.
They're all pirate things.
I think it's her dad who wants...
Uniforms and swords and splintered planks and torn
a wooden
sails.
statue. Well, I'm going to start with the can. Do you want to start with the can, or do you want to start with the pirate, actually? I'm going to ask you.
Let's start with the can.
Let's start with the can, okay. Oh my.
Okay.
You might be the right. This isn't where I thought it would go. You offer the rusted can to Unoya. She shakes her head. Not really my kind of thing, she says. So, try the other one. Unoya gapes rapturously at the statue. For me? She whispers. Yes, you say. She reaches out to caress the pirate's carven curves. Her lips quiver. Oh, little girl, it is too beautiful. There is nothing like it in the world. She holds the naked pirate in her hands, and a tear floats from her eye, like an astronaut, a crying astronaut. I know what I must do, she says. She swims to her clam bed and reverently sets the statue to one side. Then she digs into the pile of pillows and produces a giant pearl. There's nothing like this in the world either, she says, placing the sphere in your hands. It glows with its own light, so bright that you cannot look directly at it. Please take it, little girl, with my thanks. Then Unoya swims back into her clam to admire her new acquisition.
Oh, so that's a light source for France.
Oh, heck. Why, yes it is. I'm glad. See, this is why I take you all along with me when I play these games now, because I would have never remembered that.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Literally.
Yeah. Princess Unoya's black hair flows around her like a cape. Badass. She rises to greet you with a familial embrace, and then she returns to her pile of pillows. All the things I found, she says, raising her arms to take in the room's myriad contents, or traded for, things left behind by the landwalkers. Your world fascinates me, little girl. I wish I could be... But she falls silent.
I guess pirates and sailors in general are the landwalkers that she comes into contact with.
Yeah. Now she has a lady pirate of her own.
Yeah.
All right.
Dennis mentioned that there was a restroom that we didn't check out.
Oh, we forgot all about the restroom. Yeah, all right. So restroom or Parisian sewers next.
Do you think the other mermaid wants the can?
We can try. Yeah, while we're here.
Why not?
No,
Nope.
she does not.
Just bottles.
She just wants bottles. There were bottles of energy drinks, but they didn't. They
Oh,
did not leap into our hands.
right.
Um, I kind of want to do the restroom next, just to be completionist.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now we are just zapping around. Like, we now know the breadth of the world, and we can just zap around all we want.
Yep.
Door hangs open. Pipes stick out of the floor in the spot where a sink used to be. On the wall is a cracked mirror. On the other wall is a graffito. In the glass, you can see the cracked reflections of the graffito, of the doorway behind you, and of the shelves outside, but you cannot see your own reflection, for you are like a ghost. Let us do the obvious thing. It looks like it was written in magic marker. It got stuck on the breeze.
Wow.
That's mysterious.
It got stuck.
It got stuck on the breeze. I'm trying to think of... Yeah, I don't know. Am I overthinking that? Is that a sex joke? I don't know. If I call it graffiti? No, okay, fine. You are like a ghost. Well, that's all we have here. I got some pipes. The old pipes are cracked, caked in crud. Yes?
Is that going to be the ending of the poem?
Oh.
Maybe?
It does sound like a haiku, doesn't it? It has a haiku nature.
So, I don't think he was writing a haiku.
Well, yeah, he's just writing a poem. Yeah, we don't have like something to take a picture of.
Well, we can remember it.
I guess. Is that a verb? No, okay.
Recite graffito.
Talk to Nash some more per... Oh, we can keep talking. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dennis. Did you find a place for that? Did you find a place for that good old pirate lass yet? Little girl? Yes, sir. And is she cared for? Is she loved? I think so, sir. Oh, that's good to hear. That makes me happy. He coughs and smacks his lips. Heck, I was so worried about that pirate gal. I didn't realize how thirsty I was.
Wow. He does want something every turn.
Everybody wants something.
Do we have a score?
Oh. There's no score in this pleasant little story. Worth asking. So Nash, he wants something to drink. I don't think he wants one of his own energy drinks here, right? No.
Guess not.
No. We talked to Nash again. Does he just... Are you still thirsty, sir? Sure am, little girl. Thanks for asking.
Can we get an energy drink? Is that not for us to carry? Oh,
you're much too young for that stuff.
Give energy drink to Nash. Oh.
Get cigarettes. As the author of this game, I bear a certain measure of responsibility to tell you why you can't take the cigarettes. The problem is, I can come up with so many reasons that it feels ridiculous to respond to the idea in the first place. But as the author of this game, it is in my power to shirk my responsibility and respond to your commands with whatever dumb stuff I feel like typing.
Yeah, he didn't actually give us a reason.
No, he didn't. He typed dumb stuff. It is.
Okay. Very nice.
The energy drinks. Yeah, I do not think this is. Just leave the drinks alone. I think they're.
Well, doesn't he have boyish eyes? Maybe he's too young for the energy drinks. Too.
He could be. Okay.
Young, all right.
So yeah, we got maybe a poem. Well, maybe if we go talk to the dude again, as I like to call him, Yasushi. Tell him about this graffiti we found. So yeah, we can try that, and we can try going to Paris. I kind of want to go to Japan next because I like that idea.
Sure.
That was number 3, right?
Yes. Come out Japan.
Nope.
Can we tell him about the graffiti or something? Or
I don't think so. Yeah, what I
show,
want is to like take a picture of it or draw it or something.
write it down?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll come back to that.
Yep.
All right. Um, Paris anyway.
Yeah. Let's go see what's in the dark.
I think there were two dark places.
Yeah.
Because yeah, okay. So let's try the first one we tried to go to.
Yep.
Waterfall.
Oh, that's why
All
it
the
was so.
rainwater falling on northern Paris has collected here. A massive cascade falling from a higher tunnel system into this one, filling the air with mist. There's nowhere to go but back west. The sound of water is deafening.
Well, that would give us something to drink.
Examining the mist, it's hard to see, but the light from your pearl reflects back on every speck of misty vapor. But it looks like the top of the waterfall might be 20 feet up. The sound of water is deafening.
Can we
Can't
fill the
climb it.
can? Even though it's not watertight, probably. Get water. No.
It looks like, yeah, it explicitly says the can can't hold anything anyway.
Yep.
It
Do
is,
we
it
have
is
to
a former can.
fix it or trade it? Yeah. Don't know. We need a container to get the water to bring to.
Yeah,
There's
to bring him nice Parisian sewer water to drink. Mmm.
eau de toilette.
Yeah. I don't think that's what that means, but okay.
Sure.
I don't know why this room is here.
Find out.
Yeah. Oh, I think there is. All right, so the other direction. Crumbling tunnel. Damp air is slowly eating away at the bricks in this tunnel, which curves from the southeast to the west. The floor is dirty limestone littered with debris. The faint tones of a violin trickle through the air.
Search
Let's
debris.
search debris. Ah, haha, get our hands dirty. We're going to be mudlarks now. You find nothing of interest.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's worth doing.
Debris.
Boudoir. The walls of this cavern are draped with scarves and veils, red, orange, pink, and purple. The only furniture is a velvet chaise lounge. A woman stands behind the chair, a violin under her chin. When she notices your arrival, she plays another long, mournful note before she sets down her instrument. Little girl, she says, gliding across the dirty floor. Her long dress remains inexplicably spotless. Little girl, you should not be here. She leans down, bringing her face too close to yours. The light from your shining pearl somehow fails to reach her golden eyes, and then she smiles, and her fangs sparkle like icicles. But you're here nonetheless. Good evening, little girl. I am Uri. Oh boy. Uri Midante. Uri Midante. We'll go with that. And this is my house. Stay as long as you like, she says, rising. I so rarely receive visitors. But rather than extending any hospitality, she lifts her violin and begins to play again. There's a fishing pole leaning against the wall over
Look at that.
there.
What a coincidence.
Let's just grab that. Yoink! I'm just going to say the woman watches you approaching the fishing pole and speaks. You should take that with you. The gentleman who left it there no longer has any use for it.
Huh.
You pick up the pole and ask no further questions.
Yeah. None of our business.
It's little more than a hook, a string, and a stick, but it's so well used that it must get the job done somehow. Let's check her out. The woman wears a long crimson dress. She plays a haunting tune on an ancient violin. Her skin is deathly pale, and her eyes are the color of dull brass.
Eurymedonte is a character from Cyrano de Bergerac,
How about that?
apparently.
I think I've only seen the Steve Martin adaptation of that story. Wait, no, that's different again. That's other long nose guy.
No, that's Roxanne. That's right.
Oh, it is. Okay,
I mean, it was a modern retelling, but yeah.
same character. Nice.
Peter Dinklage's in the more recent Cyrano movie.
Let's talk to her. Little girl, Uri Medante says, and she draws her bow slowly over the strings of her violin. It is so lonely to live in the tunnels beneath Paris. I wish I had a friend, someone to stay with me. I'm afraid I cannot stay, you tell her. I know, little girl. But if you find someone...
Oh.
She wants a playmate.
Are we going to be able to carry a person between dreams?
Maybe she wants the cat.
Oh, sure.
It's my first guess.
Yeah.
Would you like a rusty can? More trash? Just toss that anywhere. I don't care. Let's beeline to the pond.
Fishing pole.
Yeah.
Target.
Target locked. Not shed. It's to the path.
West.
You drop your hook into the pond. Time passes. The bell tolls. Something tugs on the line. You pull a silver carp out of the water. It flops back and forth. It flops back and forth a bit, then dies.
Wow. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Let's pray for the carp. Quietly say a little prayer for the carp that gave its life for us to finish this game. Which I think we're on a winning path. I feel good. I feel good about this.
Sure.
Is the carp and the koi the same thing? I thought a koi was a goldfish, but I think these are all the same thing, in fact.
Same thing, yeah.
Get the fishy. Oh, I already have it. All right. I was theorizing the cat wanted that, right?
Yep.
All right, let's go to the cat.
Strike fourth.
Strike fourth.
Cuervo.
You set the carp on the blacktop near the wreck. Here, little puss, you sing, come get your fish. The cat stares at you suspiciously. It stares at the fish suspiciously. Come now, puss, I won't hurt you. The cat stretches out from under the car, sniffs the fish, and begins eating. Soon it is at ease and consents to be petted. By the time the fish is gone, the furry creature trusts you unconditionally and insists on being carried around in your arms.
Okay.
Oh, we can't even pet the cat. How
Wow.
sad. We can
Consent
carry
to
things
be
but not feel them.
Yep.
The little creature seems very content to have you as its new mommy. And that is why
Yeah.
I immediately want to fling it at a vampire.
Yeah, we're just a foster mommy.
Yeah, we're not her forever home. I'm gonna go ahead and actually let's see if Nash has anything to say about that.
Hi, Nash.
We all love Nash. You show Nash the cat. He grins. Well, heck my dangs.
Right.
Sorry. Oh no. Well,
Things have been.
well, heck my dangs. I do believe you've made a friend. Good on you, little girl, and good on you, little kitty cat. So can we show everything to everybody? I just want to show things to Nash because he's the best. Nash admires the pearl. Well, that is an heck of an accessory. Reminds me of the primordial egg from which the universe was birthed. But that ain't neither here nor there. All right, man.
You're in New Mexico. So
Yeah, that's my New Mexican accent. You can tell. Getting better at it as we go. Heck my dangs. You show Nash the fishing pole. He chuckles. Not a lot of use of that around here, I'm afraid. Oh, that's a good point, Nash.
yeah,
All right. Um,
it got stuck on the breeze.
it got stuck on the breeze. Yeah. Now we can't just point out random things at him.
Restroom. Veto.
Did we try showing the drink to him? No, because you need to take him first, and you can't do that. All right. I was going to thrust the cat at the woman, so let's try that.
Yep.
And let's.
Yep.
Would
Let's
the
do
cat
it.
work with anybody else? The old woman wanted the bells to stop. The man wants to finish a poem. Nash is thirsty. We're freezing to death, and
Dad wants money.
Dad wants money. Dad is not implemented. I'm not worried about Dad.
Okay.
And Triton just wants art. I'm not sure he actually wants anything. No, he kind of does, doesn't he?
There was something that it was hinting we should show to him, but I don't remember if he explicitly said anyone.
And bottles. Well, anyway.
Yep.
Yoink. Strike. First. Strike hard. And we're wearing sunglasses, and we have half a tank of gas. Yes, Dennis. Correct. Thank you. Here we are. I'm glad that we don't go back to the first room. That's convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Miss Urimidante, you say, I thought this may be a good friend for you. You lift the tiny cat in both hands. I don't like this at all. I just want to point this out. She sets her violin down and accepts the mewling gift. Little girl, she says, you are so kind-hearted. Here, she says, and she pulls a bottle of wine from under her chaise lounge. Take this as thanks.
Thanks.
She presses the bottle into your hands and then goes about cooing over the cat. Such a kind little girl, so pure and innocent, and so stupid. Couldn't you guess the reason I would want a friend? Someone to stay with me here? She rubs the cat's fuzzy tummy, and it purrs in ecstasy. I must feed, Urimidante hisses, and this creature will be a delicious snack to tide me over until the next idiot vagrant stumbles into my cavern. Yes, when the hunger next rises in me, I will drink the little kitty's blood. Foolish little girl.
Okay.
Urimidante cackles, and the unwitting cat responds with a joyful meow. The vampiress lets her new pet climb onto her shoulder. Then she lifts her violin and begins to play with renewed energy. I actually take this to mean that the cat is actually fine.
Well, until the hunger rises in her.
I don't know. I have a good feeling about this. I think it's going to be just fine. I think she's going to take to the cat, and she's just going to eat another urchin.
Yeah, we already murdered Koi.
Yeah, we've already killed a fish. We don't.
Yeah.
The
Keep killing animals.
No, the cat is fine. The cat's in good hands. Oh no, game, you're not backing me up here. The poor thing has no idea what fate awaits it. Yeah, can we get the cat back? Okay, well, you know what? I'm just gonna tell myself everything is fine.
Sure.
Everything is fine.
Nothing bad ever happens in fairy tales.
Nothing bad ever happens in fairy tales. Miss Urimidante, you plead, please don't devour little puss. Urimidante hisses. Don't I deserve to live? She says. I cannot live if I do not feed. You're just lucky you're too ghost-like and insubstantial for me to suck your blood. Oh, well, see, maybe if we give her another animal, like that cow. If we drag the cow over here.
Wow.
There you go.
Cows or kittens are better than cows.
Or the hen. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Could give
Maybe
her
she
a fish.
She can only live by killing things. People, apparently, too.
Mammals. I bet the fish wouldn't have worked.
Hot-blooded things, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we have a bottle. Let's do the bottle thing.
Oh, do we want to give the wine to Nash first?
Oh
And
yeah.
then give
Oh yeah. We want to let Nash drink the wine and then give the bottle to the girl.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We can do this. I
bring the
wonder.
wine
I wonder if like
underwater.
rescuing the kitten is going to be the last lousy point. If anyone can think of opportunities to save the kitten, save the cat, 3-act structure, classic Hollywood strategy. Okay. Anyway, we're just going back to Nash. Yes.
Nash Bridges.
Nash Bridges. Nash waves the bottle away. No, 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 little girl. I'm off the sauce for the next week and a half. Doctor's orders.
We have to fill it with the water from the waterfall.
Maybe. Does anyone else want wine? Like we could give it to the woman who can't sleep.
Yeah, let's try it.
that. Okay.
Week and a half. It's a very specific time.
A very specific time. Maybe it was a fortnight. He's just halfway through the first. Why is the cabin there? Right?
What?
Oh,
Why
no,
is
the other one. I'm
shed?
sorry, the shed. Like there was just a cow and a hen.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's a barn.
I'm.
Barn shed.
What are we supposed to do with these things?
Tip. No.
We're trying. Huh.
Milk it?
I want to wake the can.
Oh.
Oh. We're gonna milk cow. Okay, and then we're gonna egg the hen. No, right. Well, now I know what the cow is for. Very good. Good call.
Yep.
We were going to try to give the wine to our friends here. Fine.
In. Can you type in?
There's 2 things to go in, you see.
Fair enough. Oh, the shed is east.
You hand the bottle to Yasushi. What is this? He says. Oh, wow. Thank you. But we don't have a corkscrew around here. You'd better keep it for yourself. He hands it back to you.
Did we look at the bottle?
No, I think we're too busy just running around. The text on the label is in cursive, so you have no idea what it says.
Does it have a cork? Yes, cork.
Well, that's the implication that Yasushi just gave us. You don't have a corkscrew.
Oh. 66.
I wonder if we just sit here and wait?
Well,
I don't want to do that, actually.
Show it to the woman, maybe.
Yeah, that's
maybe
that's what I wanted to do anyway.
No, but
Fine. I have to do. You show the wine to Kazue. Oh, no, 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 she says. That's the last thing I need. Keep that thing away from me. The pearl, because it's too bright.
Oh.
Making her headache worse.
Yep. Can?
You show Yasushi your pearl. He admires its opalescent light.
Oh.
I wish I had one of those, he says. Would you like it? He smiles. You're a nice little girl. You should hold on to that pearl. It'll come in handy. Would a rusted can inspire you, sir? Gross, he says. So I guess not.
All right, so bottle to mermaid.
Bottle to mermaid. No. Oh, we're right here.
Oh, yeah.
keep
Show
wanting
bottle.
that to work. Yeah.
Just try show bottle.
Well, well. Well called. Irene, you say, would you like to add this bottle to your collection? Irene runs her fingers over the wine bottle's glassy hardness. Her eyes widen. Chateau Sambreme. I don't have this one yet. She clutches the bottle, but looks you in the eye before she takes it from you. Are you sure I can have it? Of course, Irene. We must be kind to one another. We must treat each other like sisters. She kisses your forehead. Then she takes the bottle, swims up the wall of her room, and places her prize in what looks like a randomly chosen rack. Then she begins darting back and forth, looking for something. I have to repay you, little girl, and I have just the thing. At last she finds it, a different bottle. She swims down to place it in your arms. It's empty, but it's not what's inside that counts, she says. I chose it because it's small and beautiful, like you, little girl. Thank you, Irene, you say. So now we have an empty bottle. It does look a little bit like you.
Short and stout.
And empty.
That with water? Except, how is it empty when we're underwater?
It's full of, quote, air, unquote, so it's empty.
Sure.
I'm okay with this.
Not a vacuum.
Talking more with her says, thank you for the wine, little girl. Little sister. Irene pats your head lovingly. I hope we shall make many more great trades in the future.
Oh,
So she's just in it for the she's a purely transactional mermaid relationship we've got going on.
I think everybody knows.
All right.
We
We
wanna-
already tried that, yeah.
King?
I do want to try her again. You show Irene the pearl. She recognizes it excitedly. That's my sister's, she says. She and I made a deal. I get the bottles. She gets everything else.
Okay.
Could give the other one the fishing pole. Beauty myself. Oh, he wants the poem, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's
Finished
gonna
one.
want that poem. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to get some milk?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, wait. You think milk goes in the bottle?
I think milk goes in the bottle.
Hot water from the waterfall?
Dude, you're the one who discovered that you can milk the cow, and
Yeah.
it had the error message, you don't have a receptacle.
Yeah.
So, and it's actually funnier to like milk a cow and then shove that at Nash, who will probably say something awesome and drink it. Right.
Oh, and the bottle is short and stout, so it's like a milk bottle.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so.
What are we going to use this can for, I wonder?
Yeah, it's very mysterious.
Third?
Right. Go to the shed. What do you want to shed? What? No. Why is this a verb? Damn it.
Probably a synonym for drop?
I guess. All right. I didn't know that. Is it a synonym for like doff or take off clothes? Anyway,
Shed the can.
milk show. It's time for a milk show, everybody. Gather around. You kneel next to the cow and set your bottle beneath its udder. You have a little experience with these things, as it turns out. How lucky. Before long, the bottle is mostly full.
Okay.
The bottle is full of fresh milk, still warm.
Does a body good.
Does a body good. Let's take that to our best friend.
Nash wants milk.
Does. Shove
Or does the cat-
directly.
Maybe.
Does the cat? What?
Maybe we can get the cat back with the milk.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Do you want it? Oh, do you want it?
No, go ahead and give it to Nash. He's
All
thirsty.
right. He is.
Better than alcohol.
Good, healthy choices, Nash. Mr. Nash, you say, would you like a drink? Nash's eyes light up as you present your bottle of milk. Well, goodness sakes, little girl, where'd you get that from? But he doesn't press the issue. He raises the bottle to his lips and gulps it down with gusto. Gosh almighty, heck and dang, that hits the doggone spot. Little girl, you've done me a solid and a half. I just wish I could give you something in return. He looks around the room. Smokes? Nah. Energy drink? No. That gives me an idea. He pulls something out of his pocket. Now, this ain't candy. I want to make that absolutely for dang sure. This is for when you're feeling just as awful as you can feel. Yvette used to take them when she was out of sorts. Nowadays, I'm the one who takes them when Yvette is out of sorts, but I've got stacks of them back home. You can have these, he says, rattling the bottle.
Wow.
Great.
Oh,
This
no,
is
is nice.
problematic. And you wait to take one until you can't stand to do anything else. And don't you take more than one at a time unless you don't know what's good for you. He holds the pill bottle out for you to take. So you take it.
Okay.
So that's going to the poet's wife, right?
Yes.
All right.
But only one, maybe. Oh.
Oh, we can't open it because we're a child.
Oh. No. No label.
Nope. Right in front of Nash.
Can we ask him? No.
Nash greets you with a smile. Thanks for the milk, little girl. Thanks for everything. You bow politely. Hey now, cut it out with that prim and proper nonsense. The two of us is friends. We shall stand upon no manner of empty ceremony.
Huh. We didn't curtsy, we bowed.
I did. All right.
Empty ceremony.
On we go.
Yep.
Wash. I was combining Wake and Nash because Nash is never far from my mind anymore. Truly the star of the interactive fiction, the unsung star of interactive fiction 2021, as far as I'm concerned, is Nash. Third, right?
Third.
Yes. All right, enough of you, cow. You have given us what you can. Do. A lot of bottles in this game. This is our third bottle in a row. Show bottle to Kazue. Kazue, you say. I think one of these will help with your head. She props herself on her shoulders and you hand the bottle of pills to her. She shakes it experimentally. How do you open it? I don't know. She figures it out and rolls a single pill onto her palm. Maybe I should take two, she says. I think you should start with just one, you tell her. She nods. She raises the pill to her mouth. She swallows it with some difficulty. How will I know if it's... Her eyes flutter. She slides back down, breathing slowly. You pull the duvet over her shoulders.
Okay.
So... Okay, no reward.
Well, maybe Yasushi will notice and finish his poem.
That's true.
Now that he's not distracted by wife's headache.
Kazui's eyes are closed. Her lips are just tightly curled in a tiny little smile. Can we give her a kiss? Give her a kiss. For this, I wasn't thinking. Okay, fine. Yasushi sits at his kotatsu, not doing much of anything. A sliding door in the back wall stands slightly ajar. Outside is a dark, cool night. Is she asleep? Yasushi asks. I think so, you say. I gave her some medicine. Oh, thank you, little girl, thank you. Is there any left? I gave her the bottle. I think there were a few more pills, but you should only take one at a time. Yasushi nods. I finished my work, he says, raising his sheet of paper. In time for the new year, too. He stares at the paper and sighs. Come here, little girl. Can you read? Not Japanese, you say. Ah, well, the appearance is the important part. The words aren't as beautiful as the writing. That's what a calligrapher has to say. The writing is very beautiful. Shucks, Yasushi says. All right, you can have it. You think better of objecting, and he rolls up the paper and hands it to you.
Okay. Guess it didn't need our graffito.
He did not need the graffito, and he's still counting the bells.
Thank you. Resting in its gracefulness.
Yasushi sighs if I talk to him again. It's a little uncomfortable, actually, he says. I was all worried about finishing before midnight. Now I'm done and I have nothing to do.
Okay.
Show him his own poem.
Can't help him with that.
No, I want you to have it. He won't budge. Hi, Ryan.
Hey.
Ryan insists we show a poem to Nash.
Hey.
Before we say goodbye to the poem.
Poseidon?
Yes.
Do you think Nash can read the Japanese calligraphy?
I don't. I wouldn't put it past him. Nash is pretty awesome.
Right.
You present the poem to Nash. He lifts it carefully. Now, what the heck have we got here? I think it may in fact be a poem. Let's see here. I'm more than a little rusty, but I think I can get the gist of it. He clears his throat and begins. In the night we shall go in to steal a flowering branch. We shall climb over the wall in the darkness of the alien garden, 2 shadows in the shadow. Winter is not yet gone, and the apple tree appears suddenly changed into a cascade of fragrant stars. In the night we shall go in up to its trembling firmament, and your little hands and mine will steal the stars. And silently to our house, in the night and in the shadow, with your steps will enter perfume's silent step, and with starry feet the clear body of spring. He hands the paper back to you. That's some real pretty writing, little girl. That's art, is what that is.
Yeah. With your steps will enter perfume's silent step.
Pretty good. I thought it would just be the first stanza.
Yeah.
But that's an epic.
Sure.
You present the poem to Nash, I say again. Oh, he just... okay. Pretty good. Dennis, Ryan says Pablo Neruda. Ryan, is this an actual poem? I mean, of course it's an actual poem. Whoever wrote it, if you wrote it, it's an actual poem. Excuse me. What I mean to say is this a poem that originates from outside of the game? Or is this a original work? Or is this...
Plagiarism? Yeah.
Yeah, is this plagiarism? What's going on? You don't have to answer if you don't want to.
The state? Maybe it'll be in the credits or something.
Dennis wants to show him the pole. You show Nash the fishing pole. Not a lot of use for that around here, I'm afraid. Yeah, we already did that.
I think Yasushi might want the pole to go fishing himself.
Oh, yeah. Oh, give him the pole. You meant Yasushi. Okay, yeah.
But we already caught the last koi.
We caught the last koi. You think that was the last one in all of Japan?
In his pond.
Oh, it is plagiarism is the answer. Okay. Well, I want to try that now. You present the pole to Yasushi. He wholeheartedly approves. You should try that out in the pond behind the cabin, he says. I know there's at least one fish in there.
At least. Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do it himself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can fish and catch the moon. I don't know if that's even worth trying. I want to leave the moon alone.
Yeah, let's give the art to.
Yeah, you want to give it to Poseidon.
Getting short on time.
I have a gift for you, Your Majesty. You present Poseidon with Yasushi's scroll. He lifts it carefully from your hands. He brings it close to his face. Ah, a poem. A poem from Japan in the realm of the Landwalkers. He reads the poem and the palace is silent until he is finished. He wipes his eyes. I spend my life searching everywhere for beauty. I have quested far for the greatest works of art. And now, a little girl sets this masterpiece before me. Thank you, little girl. Nothing I could give you in return would match the beauty of this gift. He leans back in his throne and breathes a heavy sigh. And how fares your own quest? You answer truthfully. I gave a little pussycat to a woman in a cave beneath Paris. I thought she and the cat would be friends, but she said that she planned to suck the cat's blood. Poseidon leaps up enraged. A vampire! Base and duplicitous! How despicable to prey upon your boundless kindness! How monstrous! I will go to Paris and slay her myself. I'm not sure you can, you tell him. Your voice is like a dim, steady candle. I think it might be a different year here than it is when I'm in Paris. Time travel? Poseidon bares his pearly teeth in a hateful grimace. Of course. He shakes his head. Then, you must be the one to slay the monster, little girl. Here. He leans down and pushes his silver trident into your hands. Take this. Destroy the vampire. Let justice be done in my name, the name of Poseidon. The great hall trembles with the echoes of Poseidon's commandments, and you nod.
What?
This took a turn.
Yeah. Okay.
We still have the can.
Are we experienced in trident wielding?
I want to show him the can first. It's important. You should. This is our next action. By the way, here's a piece of crap. He bangs his trident that he handed us angrily. Ryan, look at this. Sequence break. Sequence break, everybody. No, it's fine. He brings out a spare trident and bangs it angrily. Litter! What an odious practice. Thank you for cleaning up, little girl. You should give it to someone in need, and unless you need it yourself. Oh, who needs a can?
Oh, I don't know yet.
Yeah, like neither of the mermaids did. Well, it's the first thing we found, so I guess it would be full circle-y if it's the last thing we gave somebody is a piece of garbage.
I mean, it's sort of like blood. It's got iron in it.
I think you're onto something. Here, chew on this.
We already showed her the can, I think, and she didn't like it.
No, she did not like the can.
Lost track.
We can give it to the moon. We can give it to the hen. None of these things strike me as
No.
useful or likely.
I think we need it ourselves.
Shall we go back to Paris then?
Yeah.
Into the den of the beast.
Roy the vampire with the silver trident.
Oh yeah, we don't have it here. Okay.
On Dream World.
Uri Midante stands behind the couch, improvising slowly on her violin. The poor little cat is perched sleepily on her shoulder. What do we got here? Check out that. I didn't even look at the trident. We just dashed off with it. This is Poseidon's silver trident, a weapon of the gods, forged by Hephaestus, in an age long past. Vulcan to the Romans. I know that. Yeah. Nice. Can we swing the trident? Just gonna try verbs on the trident.
Okay, stab it.
Just want to go like.
Well, I mean, it's not a edged weapon; it's a pointy weapon.
But we don't stab. I mean, I think.
We don't stab the trident. Stab her.
Oh, but stab is a verb. Stab is a verb. Is this what we're doing?
Sure. Destroy the vampire.
I'm gonna try that.
What he said to do.
Destroy Centaur. Oh yeah. You raise the trident. Uri Medante bares her fangs like a cornered animal. Poseidon's silver trident, she hisses. How dare you, little girl? How dare you enter my lair and threaten my life? Her voice remains steady. Please, your voice remains steady. Please give me back my cat, Miss Uri Medante. She freaks, she shrieks. She freaks out. Wah! She shrieks furiously. Never, never, you wicked little girl, never. You're left with no choice. You lunge forward, launching the trident's points deep into Eurimedante's chest. Her body erupts in crimson flames, and the cat leaps off of her shoulders. She screams in barely intelligible agony. A curse on you! The devil take you, you wicked little. But she is consumed by fire, and then she is no more. The cat dashes over to you, climbing up on your shoulder. You pick up Ermidante's violin.
Fun. Forgot about that.
Yeah, loot.
And the cat. Oh, look at that.
You want to? We got to do this. You cannot play the violin, for you are like a little ghost. The first time it said little. I like how the game, after we destroy a vampire, is reminding us that we're not a big ghost. We're a little ghost.
Yeah.
Don't get your head swole.
Anything else here? Oh, we dropped the trident?
We dropped the trident, and there's a pile of ash, and there's a chaise lounge. And there's scarves and veils.
Take all?
Yes.
Nope, that's all we get. Can we sit on the chaise long?
I will try that. First, we will look at the ash. It's the remains of Ermidante are barely distinguishable from the dirt covering the surrounding floor. Oof.
Good riddance.
Oof.
Just like dirt.
Okay, fine. The chaise lounge seems to be Ermidante's, and it's hard to predict how she would react to a little girl climbing up on it. Her shade continues to haunt. Let us not play on her furniture.
Fine.
Fine. The walls behind the scarves are lined with hundreds of skulls.
Are the skulls named after the Patreons, too?
Are the skulls named after the patrons? There is no evidence that the skulls are the skulls of Ryan Veeder's patrons. Dennis thinks he has a prediction.
Yeah.
Would you like to? I would like to hear Dennis's prediction.
That that she will not react to a little girl climbing on the chaise long.
That was the prediction?
That's my prediction. I think that's probably his prediction.
Oh. Well, I don't think that we can actually do it, so.
No.
Oh, I have a prediction to that. Okay, I see. Oh, in that sense of predict. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeedy. I think there's nothing else to be done here. That pile of ash doesn't need cleaning. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Very good.
Not worried.
All right. Go back to Neptune, I guess?
Yeah. Give him his trident back.
He needs his trident back.
Violin.
All right.
We want to give the violin to Nash or Yasushi?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We're interrupted. You blink and the world seems to melt before your eyes. A hand was reaching out from the space between spaces, and it was plucking the trident out of a little girl's grasp.
There it goes.
The little girl was alone. No, she was not alone. She was again in the corner between two houses out in the freezing night, but her cat was upon her shoulder, and the violin and bow were in her hands.
Oh. No rusted can, though.
No rusted can, but we have a violin and we have a cat, and now we can pet the cat because we're not a ghost anymore.
It was optional.
But our little hands are numb with cold.
Ghost.
And we don't have matches anymore.
Oh.
You need not numb hands to play play violence. Yes. Oh my God.
Not the answer to this one.
Oh, I guess we can. The little girl raised the violin to her little chin. With her little arm, she drew the normal-sized bow across the average-length strings. The sweetest music that was ever heard in that city filled the snowy air, for it was played by a musician whose heart was pure. And all the people walking through the city stopped in their tracks and thought of how lovely it was. And New Year's Eve was transformed into a truly blessed night. Soon, a man approached the girl. He was a tall man, and he wore a top hat, and by this the girl reasoned that he was a rich man, and she wondered whether he would attempt to buy the violin from her, or else take the violin from her. But the man leaned down and said, "Little girl, what you play on that violin is the most beautiful music I have ever heard. Tell me, little girl, what is your name? I have never been called but little girl and landwalker, for my father never gave a name to me, she replied. Your father sounds like a cold man. At what price would he value your life, little girl? This is getting weird. This
It's a good
is
question.
weird. The little girl shuddered. Yeah, I agree, kid. But she answered truthfully. As he has ordered me out into the streets to sell matches that none will buy, and cares not if I should freeze and die before I return, I should say that he values my life no more than he values a farthing. The man clapped his hands joyfully, and all at once he swept up the little girl, her cat, and her violin in his arms. Then I shall purchase you from your father at the price of 5 farthings. No, 15 farthings, he cried. And I shall be your new father, and you will never want for food or shelter, nor shall you be ordered to sell matches by anyone again. Oh, happy, happy, cried the little girl. Oh, good, good sir, she said, clutching at the man's coat and weeping tears of joy. What is your name, good sir? My name is Ebenezer Scrooge. But you must not call me sir nor Ebenezer, but father. And you will be called little girl no longer. Henceforth, your name shall be Ebenezabeth Scrooge. Oh, happy, Ebenezabeth squealed in glee. Happy, happy. The end.
Bought human trafficking?
Human trafficking. That's the twist ending.
Ebenezabeth. Okay.
Ebenezabeth.
We didn't get any input into our name.
Yeah, were you expecting a text prompt? I absolutely was.
I
Nice.
guess it's better than what our previous situation, but it's a little dark. I don't know.
Our previous situation at the start of this game, or the last game we played?
Well, no, this game. I mean, it's a step up, but it's still a little weird that he just bought us and adopted us.
It's not like he said, "I will rescue you." He's like, "No, I will buy you.
You're mine now. Yeah.
I will buy you for triple your price that I have now put on your head." That's how giving and generous I am. Yeah. At what point in Ebenezer's life is this? Is this like years before the Christmas story, and is like is the Christmas Carol is like all his future tragedies yet to happen to him?
Where does it fit into Dickens verse? I don't know.
Oh, the Dickens verse. Well, mysteries abound. Anyway, this is awesome. I had a great time.
Yeah.
We finished bang on time. I think we named it a 2-hour window, and we nailed it. Go us.
Is there a after game prompt?
I'm pressing keys and nothing's happening.
All right.
So I think that's it. I think it's all you get up until Little Match Girl 2.
Okay.
Dennis guesses this is immediately after Christmas Carol. I think that's maybe what we're meant to expect. Yeah. This is generous, kindly Scrooge.
Fair enough. Okay.
We never did anything with the can, which like smells like a last lousy point to me that we did not do anything with. We never did anything with the hen.
The red herring, I guess.
A red henning. Yeah, Ryan agrees with the interpretation that this is all takes place shortly after A Christmas Carol.
Yes.
Jason already looking forward to sequels. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
Ryan, I don't know if you want to say anything about the can. Why 6 days, Dennis?
After Christmas is New Year's.
Oh, okay.
There is audio in the next one.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Maybe the can carries over.
A little presumptuous that we're going to play the next one.
Yeah, a little presumptuous, dude. All right. Right, I'm going to call it. Normally this would be the time I'd say, like, join me next week, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to yell on Mastodon. And heck, if you enjoyed this that much, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, because it'll be on this YouTube channel. It'll send you a little note when I schedule something. But I'm going to go on vacation for a couple of weeks, and I don't know. But we'll do something.
Yeah.
This is cool. This is fun. And yeah, we'll set up audio. And otherwise, follow me on Mastodon. Links are on jmac.org. There you go. And my YouTube channel is jmac.org/TV. And that's all the URLs you get. Again, this game we played was The Little Match Girl by Hans Christian Andersen by Ryan Veeder. Thank you for showing up, Ryan. It was awesome to have you in the chat. And our pleasure playing your game. And thanks, Dennis and Jason, for hanging out in the chat, too. And thanks, everybody who was watching and tacitly enjoying. Thank you, all asynchronous viewers in the future in this time travel adventure. Thank you, Doug, for co-playing. And, yeah, catch y'all later. Good night.